I'm Gloop.
And I'm Kay,
And this is the Sweet Aisle.
where even the simple task of choosing sweets takes an hour and multiple tangents.
All while our poor friend is telling us,
Just pick something!
so let's see where our brains take us this time.
We've been trying Bird and Blend's Worker tea.
Yes.
It's a yerba tea, and
Wow.
we're
Yes.
just saying it's very chamomile forward, with like lemony notes and
Yeah.
something sweet in the background.
The label reads as honeybush, yerba mate, bee, pollen, chamomile and lemon peel.
So the sweet is probably the pollen and the
Honeybush.
honeybush.
Am I alone in thinking honey has caramel notes?
No, you're not alone in that.
Because to me, caramel and honey are two separate things, and when I say them together, in my head, it sounds wrong, that comparison.
They are very separate and very different, but there are similarities.
Yeah.
So,
Because I'm getting the caramelly smell of that.
yes.
And then I taste chamomile, and it confuses.
Yeah. It's very... What is going on in my mouth?
I'd say this is more, I would drink this more in the evening, like slightly cooler weather. Kind of like, well, not now because it's kind of muggy and horrible outside,
Yeah.
even though it is the middle of December.
Do not approve.
No. It's more like late autumny, kind
Yeah.
of cold winter night. That's how I'd describe it. I think that's why I haven't drunk it in a while.
Yeah,
Because I
it
didn't
is-
drink it at all through the summer.
The flavour is a very warming and relaxing kind of vibe.
I want a fire.
Yes.
I want a bonfire now. I want to sit
Yes.
around a bonfire, drink this.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Damn it.
New Year's.
Yeah, but where can we have a bonfire on New Year's?
We will work it out.
Yes, that's a later discussion if we remember.
Which we probably won't.
Which reminds me, we talked about that last week. A replacement for your tank.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, we talked about that last time and
Completely forgot. Yeah, until the next day when you were comfortably at home.
Yes, it was like, oops. Oh,
And
well.
then by the time you were free and relatively in the vicinity, I was not.
You're ready to conk out.
Yes.
To be fair, I realised it was pouring with rain at that point as well, so I was like, okay. Which bus am I going to find out now?
Yeah, I have to say
And I
that
literally
did
made a
actually
beeline.
factor into my decision. If the
Yeah.
weather was better, I would have been more up for, like,
Yeah.
leaving my flat and going to meet someone.
Yeah,
But
'cause-
between being tired and the weather being 2 steps below shit, I was just like, no. It is time for PJs and blankets.
If you're 2 steps below shit, you're still under shit.
Yes. And just 2 steps lower.
I've just come up with some images. If you take 2 steps to the left, then you're under rain.
Surely that's 2 steps forward.
Well, it depends on your orientation.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true.
Depends if you're facing north, south, east, or west.
Yeah. And the orientation of the person above you, because they both affect. If they're facing south and you're facing north, anyway.
I'm sorry, we were talking about tea.
And now we're talking about defecating on someone.
I know we're known for our tangents, but come on, I've broken knee and it takes a lot to break.
Yeah, that is a particularly, like, how did we get here?
Yeah, for us to be consciously aware that we made a jump like that, it must be an extreme.
Yeah. We don't catch ourselves out like that often.
Oh wow, I'm all lightheaded and dizzy now.
Same.
Whew.
Might have something to do with hot flat and hot drinks.
Yeah, that's true.
Hot people.
In more than one meaning.
Yes.
Oh, why, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, we have both our producery people. We call them producers. They're just-
Babysitters.
yes, babysitters. They're both here, making sure we
Stay on
wow.
track.
Well, more that
Stay on track. When have we ever stayed on track?
not so much stay on track as more eventually stop.
Yeah, because we could go for that all day if we really wanted.
Yeah,
to.
like I'm fairly sure without supervision, this episodes of this podcast would be like 6 hours long.
Oh yeah, that's why you may randomly have sudden stops and sudden starts.
Yes.
So you may just, I don't know, depends how we structure it, because we are figuring it out.
Yeah. we've never made a podcast before. This is all new, so trial and error.
Well, I made a podcast at work, but that was just very formatted. It's got to be done like this, and it's honestly boring.
Yeah, no.
Because you're kind of forced to talk about a subject. It's like, right, you can do your this, and this. You can do it in visual, audio, digital, la-di-da. And a lot of people wanted to do voice acting, so they decided to do a script, and it was like, yeah. I mean, it was a nice thing trying to buy podcast equipment to be portable and to be student friendly and to be all this that, and the other.
Yeah.
And it actually led me into finding the equipment we got now. So that's kind of the one benefit I had at work. It was the fact I was able to find products and go, this is a few £100. I don't know. Let's buy it for work. Try it out and see if we want it. And that's what I honestly did with one of the portable ones. I was like, this is awesome, but I'm still not paying this much for it.
That's fair enough.
Even though it does everything we need. And then I found one thing we're using now,
Which is fairly portable.
yeah, it's fairly portable, and it was about £100 less.
You know, as long as you've got a bag of some description.
Oh, yeah. It's not like you can hold it in your hand.
No, it's not that portable.
No. So, yeah, that's the one thing I kind of
If you
miss
really
from
wanted
working at the college.
you could put like a shoulder strap on it and wear it.
I wouldn't trust a shoulder strap.
Not like a fabric one, but a leather one I would.
I still wouldn't trust the buckles. It costs me enough. I don't want to even risk a slight fall hazard.
That's fair.
It costs me
And yet
enough.
we've been storing it on the top shelf of my cupboard.
Yeah, but that's... I say been built for structure and all that.
I mean, it's designed to hold tinned goods, so...
Yes. And I imagine about 30 tins.
Probably
if it can hold
weighs-
30 tins, it weighs 5, 6, 7, I don't know.
I would say probably closer to 10. That doesn't even quite weigh what a tin weighs.
I actually don't have a clue how much it weighs. I literally pick it up and go, huh.
It doesn't feel as heavy as a tin.
No.
Like...
But then again, it's spread out. Whereas a tin is concentrated into a smaller
Yes,
area.
but things being spread out actually makes them feel heavier because they apply more leverage.
It depends on the mass.
Yeah, that's true.
It depends on the mass of the product.
It
because
depends where the mass is focused as well.
That's true, the
like-
centre of gravity. Because a tin is predominantly metal,
Yes.
with typically a liquid and some
Yeah.
inside it, like soup. Whereas that is more... It's more plastic, isn't it? Yeah, it's pretty much plastic with a little bit of glass and occasional bits.
Yeah. Like, the materials in that are not as dense
No.
as a tin of soup.
No.
Let alone something denser like a tin of chili.
Mm.
How have we gone from tea to defecating on people to the weight of tinned goods? We are really all over the place today. This is...
I've already gone to my state of don't question it.
I need to get there. I've just realised my phone is still next to me.
The floor is enjoying your phone now.
Yeah,
Oh,
fair enough.
I don't actually see where it went.
I thought...
Oh,
yeah.
it landed in the chair. Good.
Yeah, I thought it did.
See, I wouldn't do that with my phone.
My phone is already broken.
That's true.
If I had taken care of it properly since when I'd first got it, fair enough. But that phone has been thrown so many times at this point.
With how prices are structured, phones are structured price-wise in the UK here, it's astronomically bad.
Yes, although that's fairly true most
Yeah,
places
but
because it's the companies that set the price
Oh, I
points.
know,
and
I know.
But the companies are money-grubbing gits.
I know, because I just got a text recently saying, your contracts are up for renewal. Basically, buy a new contract. I'm like,
Piss off.
I'm going to actually stick with what I've got and I'm going to let it roll over until you cancel it or stop this plan. Because to get the equivalent to what I've got now, I got to go up about £3 a month. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to stay where I am. Like, yep.
Yeah, it's not like, you know, it's horrendously expensive for what you get.
Because I get unlimited everything, and it's like when I think it was £18 when I started it, and of course with the 2-3 years I've had it, I can't remember how long a contract I had. It's gone up to like 20,
Nice.
and now it's being sold at 23.
Rude.
So I'm like, no, I'm just gonna stick where I am because they can't just cut you off if you're still paying, basically.
No.
So they just let it roll. So until they stop the unlimited everything at that price point, or they do a significant price rise or price lower, then will I think about changing? And I was like, no, thank you.
Makes sense.
So stop emailing me,
Ya bastards.
please, and stop texting. That's the worst.
I hate receiving texts in general at the minute because the only people that ever fucking text me are businesses. Like, everyone else uses a messaging service like a normal human being.
Because
Like,
being on Universal Credit, every time I see that text, like, I don't know what they want now. It could be something very routine,
yeah.
but it's like, you see it and you're just like, no.
I am
World
quite...
imploding, what hoop have I got to jump through now?
Yeah, I am quite fortunate that I basically get one text off them a year that says, "Hey, your rent's changing. Let us know what it is now." And that's it.
Oh, lucky. I don't know how, but I scratched myself between my bottom knuckle and my middle knuckle on my thumb.
Yeah.
And it's about halfway, so it's quite a decent
I
scratch.
can see it from here.
Why does that not hurt and my nail does? So I will go to push like a button when my thumb tip.
Yeah.
That hurts. I poke and...
Nerve endings are weird.
I can do that. You probably heard me trying to hit it. Don't know that thing.
As I said, nerve endings are weird.
But it's normally, I get a scratch like that, I then feel it and I go, ah.
I refer you back to my previous statement. Nerve endings, weird.
It's just, it doesn't... We just got a big sigh in our little peanut gallery here.
And an eye roll that, quite frankly, if it was down a bowling alley, would have got a strike. So, update on the tea. Definitely a morning tea. We got so hyper we had to take a pause.
Yeah, we got a bit overstimmed.
Smidge.
It was fun.
It was very fun.
Oh god, I'm on the spot.
No! Avoid the spot.
That's what happens when I warn you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We kind of have this rule where we
Talk about
talk.
spicy flavours later.
Yes. Like, what
Are
are
we
the
gonna talk
various
about, like-
flavours of Neuro-spicy?
Yes. That'd be kind of cool if we had a Scoville rating of spiciness, of neuromness. What's the word? ADHD.
Neurospiciness? Well, because it encapsulates more than ADHD. It's
It's the whole spectrum, isn't it? Well,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
So it's just neurospiciness in general.
So it's like, what would be like a...
neurodivergence?
Somewhere like that. There is a word. I do know the word. It's just so many people use so many different words, it's hard to know.
I use neurospicy.
Yeah. I said that actually in Bird and Bun the other day, and they actually said to me, "Oh, I use that too." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Well,
And these are people I've not met before, so it's like, hey, spread it.
I did find it through TikTok.
That's true, that is
so-
true. But it's the more the fact I found out through you,
Yes.
and I haven't heard anyone else use it outside of our group. So I'm often the one telling people, and they're going, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah.
It's the first time I've had somebody go, "Oh yeah, I use that too," and I'm like,
Yeah, I
Cool.
haven't met many other people that I haven't introduced to the phrase that
Yes.
use it. But I did find it on TikTok.
Yeah.
So
"Yeah, I'm not surprised."
it's
but
out there.
It's
just
the fact that I think it's more the fact with TikTok and the trends how they kind of like
ebb and flow.
it's the fact they just rocket into general into public
Into people's lexicons.
into public domain basically.
Yeah.
Yet Neuro-spicy hasn't really done that.
No, I think it's because it was...
It's more a slow burn.
But no, I think it's more because it's aimed at a relatively small group in society.
That's true.
And it was coming up because TikTok was flagging neurodivergent as a phrase. So unless you were interacting with content about being neurodivergent or having neurodivergence,
It wouldn't appear on your FYP.
it wouldn't appear on your FYP.
That's probably why then.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I just found it quite fun. But it's like, what level would be like jalapeno? What would be Scotch bonnet? What would be... I don't know where they fall
I
on the
think
Scoville
it's-
ratings. I just know they're hot peppers.
It's so hard to judge
Yeah,
because the Scoville scale measures one thing,
that's true.
but neurodivergence affects so fucking much.
It depends on the time of day. It depends on the weather. It depends on the mood. It depends on... Oh boy,
Not
we're
just-
gonna have to write a white paper about this.
Not just that, it affects like your communication skills,
Yep.
your budgeting ability,
Yeah.
your executive brain function.
Yeah,
like that-
cognitive as well.
Yeah, it affects so many things. I don't think you could really have like a
Nah, I know.
a
Yeah,
single scale. You
No,
would have
I
to
know,
have,
it's just-
like a dozen.
But then that's the problem with it, though. That's the problem with the idea of it, though.
This is why I like it described as flavours.
Yes.
What flavours of Neuro-spicy
That's
are.
kind of like, yeah.
And how intense those flavours are. So you could have like attention deficit as a flavour.
Yes. And that would...
Hyperactivity.
Yeah.
So on and so forth.
And then we can compare them to kind
And
of...
even then, within hyperactivity, you've got subsects. So you've got internally hyper people, like you and me,
Oh, yeah.
who can just sit and talk and talk and talk and never get bored of it.
And everyone around us is going, please stop.
Yeah, especially when we're talking about like really niche subjects.
Yes.
Yeah, it's great.
That's
for
our
us.
best. Yeah, we love that.
For anyone around us, it's like, I haven't understood more than 2 consecutive words you've said in 10 minutes. Can you stop?
You lost me. Have you heard about?
Yeah.
That's what...
yeah, quite.
Yeah.
I have actually had that happen before. I was talking about, I think it was quantum entanglement.
Oh, boy.
And like the mechanics of quantum entanglement. Because, you know, I'd been bored and on Wikipedia. And it was mentioned in an episode of Doctor Who.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
you know,
that's
I
fair
needed
enough.
to read up on it.
Yeah, I'm kind of a bit like that. It's like, I think as much as I know our words, I don't necessarily know what they mean in kind of
Yeah.
like, it's because I've kind of had the opposite reaction in the sense of, oh my god, quantum entanglement, I know it's confusing. I'll learn a little bit and then I'll go, okay, I know that word. And
Whereas I had like, hang
And
on,
stop there.
I've heard that. I know the very basic premise of what quantum entanglement is. I want to know more.
Yeah, I've actually been... I'm watching something that I never thought I'd watch. I'm actually enjoying it quite... It's more casual, kind of like brain off. Young Sheldon.
I've heard good things.
Series 1's a bit... because it focuses so heavy on Sheldon.
Yeah.
Series 2 onwards, where they kind of split into the other family members and how they basically operate within their community, it's a lot more family like orientated. You get the kind of like the niceness and you can kind of the warmth, the emotion.
There's something to balance out
Yeah.
the
But,
Sheldon.
Yeah, the OTT of him. But you've also, because in Series 2, a doctor gets introduced, Dr. John Sturgis, and he teaches basically physics. And it's I don't know for certain, but it's kind of like this is kind of the way Sheldon's going to get into string theory.
Gotcha.
And those two together, having those conversations, they're very short, very brief, but in those 1 or 2 minutes, you go, oh wow, okay, I learned something. And I actually have watched it a couple of times. I know it's not the same dynamic, but it's a similar kind of thought, in the sense of, I was like, that's what Kay and I do. Sit there and talk nerdy.
Yeah. Very intensely, usually.
Yeah, and it was
Especially
very
when
much...
we get onto the things we're both interested in. Like,
Yeah, and then you have the other family members milling about. So Georgie or George Jr.
or
literally
in this
walks
case,
in and is like,
Wheels and Leaf.
Yeah, they're literally like, what now? And walk out the room kind of reaction. So it just kind of made me go, oh wow, I was able to relate to it. And I
How
was
many
like,
times have we lost Leaf as soon as they enter a conversation?
a lot?
I had count.
You can't count that. Right?
Nor
Okay.
could I, and I have counted to 1 billion before.
Oh dear.
I was very
I
bored
believe
that day.
that. That's the thing. I believe that. Normally you hear a like kid go, I counted to 1 billion. You're like, yeah, good for you. But no, this is, oh damn.
I was very bored that day.
Jesus. That was actually one of Mr. Beast's very first videos before he became viral.
I know.
Him counting to a stupid number.
Yeah, it was in fact him counting to 1 billion.
Because he read the dictionary on the live stream or something, or he read the encyclopedia. I don't know. His early videos are
He
mental.
watched all of Naruto on live stream because he at that point he'd started making content and he wanted to get into Naruto. But he was like, yeah, but that's 700 episodes.
Yeah, well, everybody has flaws, but through their flaws and things that they kind of been involved with, I applaud their determination.
Yeah, I don't like everything they do by a long way.
It's like Beast Philanthropy, for example.
Yeah.
One of their most recent ones was building 100 wells in Africa.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was like, dang.
Yeah, it was like, I'm not his biggest fan.
No.
But
It's like, I've stopped...
just because I don't enjoy his content
No.
doesn't mean I can't go, yeah, but the stuff he's doing, though.
Yeah, because I don't watch all his main content, but I watch the big stuff.
I don't watch any of his content because
But-
I find him as a person infuriating.
Yeah, it's like when you have the $1 job to the $1 million job. I don't
Yeah.
watch those. But when it comes to a big, like, warehouse filled set with 100 people doing different things, it's like, whoa. I don't necessarily watch that.
Yeah.
But there's one where another YouTuber, William Osman, basically did the lighting or something. I can't remember what he did exactly. No, that was it. For the Squid Game video he did, he created the packs that exploded.
Oh, the die packs.
Yeah, so he had to basically configure that, code it, program it, and all of that for all the people that got involved.
Yeah.
And I ended up watching that and watching the video kind of by proxy because I saw the random clips.
Fair enough.
And damn, that was interesting.
Yes.
Don't care about the... he does a good job, and yeah, okay, people watch him. That's fine. But it's what he does with the money as well, with the philanthropy stuff.
Yeah.
I
And
watched
that
that.
is why
I watched
I have
that.
respect for him.
Yes.
I find him utterly infuriating.
Yes, because there's
But-
other people... There's other channels on YouTube I see, and they're like family stuff, and they're like... Clearly they have got a lot of money.
Yeah.
And all they seem to do is buy more things. And it's like... And people watch you?
Yeah. Like I will never get unboxing content. It is such brain dead watching.
I watched one channel do that.
Yeah.
And that was Dope or Nope. Or it turned into Dope or Nope. Oh, yeah. And because it was purely the similar thing of kind of like... Well, not like how we do it, but say if we were to do it, we'd open a box and then we would fidget and mess around with it.
Yeah.
And just go nuts with it and go hyper.
I honestly,
That's what
if
they
we
did.
were doing unboxing, I would be wanting to do like, how far can I push this before it breaks?
That's kind of what they did.
Okay, that would be vaguely
Yeah,
interesting.
because before it was Dope or Nope, in its early days, it was just, what's his name, Matthias. It was just him opening a box, talking to someone off camera, going, what the hell is this kind of la-di-da? And it just was like, meh. And then when they got all of them on the sofa, and then they opened the box, and they had the thing of like, we all picked something, and we all got to surprise each other. It's like, okay. And that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But that has stopped, and that stopped about a year ago now, maybe longer, can't remember. Purely because Matthias is a smart person, smart cookie, in the sense of twigged it wasn't what he wanted to do. Yes, it was getting views. Yes, it was getting AdSense, but
He
was
had
just
no passion for it.
he just lost it. He was like, I've done this for so many years now. Why? What's the point? And moved on to different things. I'm like, you know what?
Respect for that.
And that's why I still watch their channel, even though I don't engage with everything they do.
Yeah.
I'm like, kudos.
There's some channels that I engage with the odd thing they do. Like I watch a lot of music reactions because I actually find them quite entertaining.
Yes.
I have no idea why, because it is just as brain dead as unboxing videos. I am watching someone listen to a song.
We have... Oh,
But-
hang on, I've got to turn towards it. Who is it? Who do we watch? The vocal vocal...
Hannah Bale.
Yeah, Hannah
She's
Bailey.
one of the ones I watch. She's
yeah,
great.
Yeah, that's literally the only ones we watch, Wheels and I, because
Yeah.
she's actually quite entertaining.
I watch a lot of like psychoanalyst reacts to songs kind of things because I really enjoy that content. Although that is
Yeah.
not brain dead music reactions, because actually that's a qualified psychoanalyst listening to the words and going, haha.
Ah.
And that's why I like that. But to the same extent, I also watch things like rap fans listening to rap music, and you know,
Yeah. You
That-
gotta mix. You gotta have a mix.
that is about as brain dead as it gets.
Yeah.
Not that rap fans are brain dead. Want to specify that I am a rap fan. It's just
Watching rap fans react to rap.
yeah, watching rap fans react to rap music. It is, you know, it's not particularly thought provoking.
Crikey. There's a lot of cars going past right now. Sorry, we had to open the window.
Yes.
And that's all I'm hearing now.
Our recording space is very warm.
That's actually something I've recently... Not that I've kind of done a purge of channels that I don't watch anymore, so to speak.
I have not done one of those ever.
Yeah. But I've kind of found myself reviewing more, why am I watching these channels?
Yeah.
And I've kind of... With one Zyla Foxlim, watching one of their videos made me twig what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm rating them on Goblin Energy.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Because if you ever watch one of Zyla's videos, They are both informative
Yes.
because they go through step-by processes. Yes, I've done this and explaining it very well because they are very STEM orientated.
Yep.
And at the same time, completely off the wall.
That has just given me a hilarious idea, though.
Aye.
We get some IKEA furniture
Yes.
and we build it on camera or while recording audio at
I've
least.
built enough to kind of look at pieces and instinctively know where they go.
Yes, when you're doing it on your own.
I'll be there with you, but I'm gonna literally take a back seat and watch people fail because to me that'll be hilarious.
Come
I think
help us.
What we need is to force you to follow the instructions because you.
No,
Yes!
you are not forcing me with instructions.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
No.
Yes, we are. Content.
The more you object, the more it makes it seem like a good idea.
No, they are badly written and they make no sense.
But that's the whole point and why it would be good content. Think about how we react to getting frustrated by things.
Cooking instructions on the back of food is hard enough.
What? No, it's not.
It is.
It gives you
There's a new layout now on some stores where it has fan, electric, and gas,
Yes.
and they're all in one line.
Yes.
So
and
you
it
have
says
two-
fan, temperature,
Yes, but the amount
electric,
of time.
temperature,
Yes.
gas
No,
mark.
they don't. It's basically fan/electric/gas. So you have 200, 186.
That still
So-
makes perfect sense to me.
But when you are in tiny, tiny, tiny little writing, and then you have underneath it on the next line for 4 minutes and this, that, and the other, and with tiny writing, words jumble.
I don't have that problem.
I do.
Ah.
So I'm reading it going, hang on, that reads 284. Wait, what? That's not a temperature.
Yeah, my brain also has this wonderful habit of just auto-correcting information for
Yeah.
me, which sometimes is actually wonderful and not deserving of the sarcasm that I intended that with. But most of the time what it actually means is I read things wrong and don't realise. Because it makes sense, and then I
Yes.
go back and reread it and go, that's not what that said a minute ago.
Yeah, because the some places have put, say, like a yellow background
Yeah.
on some of their packaging behind the temperatures and things, so it's more easy to distinguish.
Yeah.
But it's when it's all in the same font, same size, same everything. I hate it. No, but the whole reading thing is that whole thing of
I will agree that companies have made finding the cooking instructions on their packaging a lot more fucking awkward. Can they just agree like a universal place?
yeah, we've got the traffic light system for how much fat, sugar, and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And salt and all of that.
C-
so why
c-
can't we have the same for cooking?
Like just all in the top right corner.
yes.
Or top left corner. I don't care.
Top
just
left, yeah,
just
I
in the same fucking place.
You just went top right and then top left, but you put your hand to the bottom left. So that's why I like bottom left. That's why you heard me falter then. I was like, what?
I mean, fair.
Yeah. So it's just no, it's the words for Romanized languages.
Yeah. Or
it-
Latin-based languages.
yeah. Basically the alphabet.
Yes.
Our alphabet of the English alphabet, that is.
Yes.
You can have the first and last letter the same and all the rest in the middle jumbled, and we would still... Most people can read that perfectly so.
Yes, I'm aware.
And that's why a lot of people can misread very quickly.
Yes, but I can have it where, like, I'll read the first letter or two, and my brain will just go, I know what this word is.
Yes. You don't even look at the last letter. I do
Yeah.
the same. It's similar with sentences they're finding out, I believe. Well, I'm finding out, I should say.
Yeah.
Where I see the start of the sentence, the cat, and then the end could be jumped. And it was like the cat saw a cucumber and jumped.
Yeah.
But with the cat and jumped, I would go, oh, it saw a cucumber. I would just immediately skip the middle.
Yes, I do that so often. And sometimes it's fine, and sometimes the sentence my brain comes up with,
Yes.
it is just nonsense.
Yeah. I think this is why we mishmash our words and combine two words into one.
It's a
we're-
flavour of Neuro-spicy.
Yeah, because we're trying to do what we do reading in words, and of course, you can't exactly do words as reading.
No, I think it's also why sometimes we do have those, like, really severe topic jumps, and why we will follow the topic jump
Yes.
and watch everyone else go,
Huh?
which is always hilarious, because we're like, oh yeah, well, we were talking about cheese, And cheese is made of milk, and milk comes from cows, and cows are farm animals.
And there was a cow that jumped over the moon.
And there was a cow that jumped over the moon, and the
the
moon
dish
is
ran
held
away
to
with a
Earth by
spoon.
gravity, and that's why we went from cheese to gravity.
I was more thinking dish ran away with a spoon.
I mean, fair enough, but I was actually trying to create a...
Yeah, I know what you were trying to do. I was purposely trying to slip you up, but you weren't gonna.
No.
Because you were determined.
I was on the ball.
Yeah, it's literally, I can be talking to somebody and then I can kind of see... Have you watched a film called Leo about a pet lizard? A class lizard. It's an Adam Sandler film.
No, and I probably won't, because I can't stand Adam
I didn't
Sandler.
realise it was Adam Sandler. Gosh, I watched it, to be honest.
Ah.
It was one of those ones I was like, this looks interesting. It's like brain off thing. No, but basically this lizard... No, his tank mate, is the turtle.
Okay.
And his turtle will talk stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he would go, you keep talking, and then you see this kind of like gormless look on people's faces because it's animated. It's
Yeah,
so,
like really exaggerated.
really exaggerated. And I'm not saying I see that happen to me, but I can kind of see when people switch off
Yes.
and glaze over.
Yeah.
And I was watching that film, and I was like, that was a bit on the nose, but I approve.
Yeah, more than a bit. That's like
Yeah.
sledgehammer to the face.
Yeah. If anybody's watched Leo, they know what I'm on about, I hope.
I mean, I haven't, but I know what you're on about.
Yeah.
So if they have watched the film and don't...
But I have quite a good, well, I say good, reputation of trying to explain something terribly.
That is very true. We literally talked about this last week. Like, hey, I'm going to recommend this thing to you and tell you all the things you will hate about it.
And I was like, Genshin Impact, and you not liking the grind, and I just went on about the grind.
Yeah.
And I didn't realise I did it that bad.
Yeah, yeah.
I was literally like, really?
I'm not going to lie, the amount you talked about the grinding is a big part of the reason I just put the game down.
To be honest, there's so much content out there. It's like, oh my god, it's just a...
The volume of content doesn't bother me. I like games with lots of content.
I
don't like grinding.
I tend to go back to it, but I've not played it for, 2-3 months properly now.
Well, yeah, you said you were
But,
waiting
yeah,
for...
like, the week between Christmas and New Year, for me, rarely anything goes on, so I might just sit there.
My evenings recently have consisted of watching Chuck.
But it's just the idea of going back to 3 months of content now, and it's like, oh no, I got so much to do, and it's kind of put me off.
But think of all the story you have to capture.
I know.
And
But to be fair, it's better than when I started, when I had nearly 2 years of content to catch up on.
And to be fair, how quickly did you do that?
Fairly, to be honest.
And you've got a lot more stuff since then. Like better stuff.
I know. I'll come back to it.
You'll probably stress about it and then catch up in a week.
Yeah, I know. It's probably one of those...
It took you about 3 months to catch up on 2
Wow.
years worth of content, give or take.
a little bit longer. But
Not
yeah.
including the content they brought out in the
Yeah,
meantime.
that's fair enough.
Like,
Yeah, but it's just that is one of those... It's mind over matter things.
yeah, maybe a month
Yeah.
at most. But
It'll be fine. I know I'll get back into it one day,
eventually.
and I'll love it as much as I've loved and hated it up until now. Because, oh my word, there is bits of it where I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's like, really? I've just done this and you want me to get another 60? Oh. And then you get the 60 to ascend and then you're like, I need 100? Come on, I've got 4 characters who need these things. I've got to do this 4 times over. So that's a minimum of 400 of this one item just to do the final tier, not including the 60, 20, 40, blah, 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 to do the previous tier.
So it starts at 20 and goes
I'm
up
doing
20
it now,
at a
aren't
time.
I?
No, you were just giving maths.
Oh, fair enough.
So you need like 300 of each resource per character.
Something like that. And if you have 5 characters that do it, just
That's
yeah.
like 1,500 of resource.
And when they're a flower that respawns every 3 days, and you only can collect about 20 at one time.
And I hate grinding and Genshin.
Yeah, I will say though, the fact it does have that 3-day kind of delay on it, like to respawn, it kind of... I did get into a rhythm of... on one day I did, I don't know, calla lilies or whatever.
Yeah.
And then on day 2 I did wolf hook, and then on day 3 I did...
Another thing.
Yeah, and I just kind of rotated the days.
Yeah.
And it kind of fitted because there was a bit of like, oh, I've
Sort
got a
of
bit
like
of time to wait, I'll do
how
this.
In some games, you get like certain raids on certain days of
Yeah.
the week. And...
Yeah. And it just took me time to learn that rhythm and that pattern, but 'cause I've fallen out of it now, I know, but it's just to get back to doing
I think
that.
the reason I hate grinding so much now is because when I was younger, I was really into World of Warcraft. So I think I have done a lifetime of grinding, like an entire lifetime's worth.
I've never played it, so I don't know.
Don't.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Fair enough.
My opinion, but it hasn't been a good game since the expansion after Rise of the Lich King anyway, so... that's like, what, 7 billion DLCs ago?
I think when I watched the South Park episode where they kind of do that, where they team up to go against the fat guy,
Yeah.
against it, that's when I kind of knew it was going in... It either meant it was really good or really crap if the fact it made on South Park.
Yeah. At that point, it was still a good game. I found something out about that episode recently. That fat character is a real person.
I heard it was based on someone real.
Who worked for Blizzard
Oh.
and was an intermediary between Blizzard and the creative team of South Park.
Oh.
And they made him like that because he asked them to.
To be fair.
Like, you know when you
Yeah.
see the picture, or the famous image with him in the chair?
Yeah.
Like, that's his gaming setup. That's real. Like...
That's kind of cool,
And I
actually.
found this out because of a social media post from his son,
That's crazy.
who had a picture of him in the t-shirt, in the chair.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Like, he wasn't personality-wise like
No.
that, but that he did look like that.
Yeah. I imagined he wasn't like that IRL because otherwise then this episode wouldn't work necessarily.
No, I mean, they usually caricature people a bit,
Yeah.
but, like, he is nothing like the South Park
It's like the
character.
warning that they put at the start of every episode is basically saying these are satire.
These are not what these people actually are.
And I still love the last line. It's like, nobody should be watching this, so why are you? Or something of that
Yeah,
nature.
I don't know. I haven't.
Yeah.
I'm not a South Park fan.
No, I'm
Like-
kind of slowly working my way back through it. Just like when when I find myself kind of, I say doom scrolling Netflix, but when I'm there, just
I
going,
get what you
yeah,
mean. Like,
I'm just there going,
just looking for something to throw on so
yeah,
that you're
and
not sat with the sound of your own thoughts.
yeah. So I just it's then on, and then it's like I forgot series 1 started off with both Matt and Trey talking to camera saying why it's their favorite episode with dogs.
Yeah.
And every cut there'll be a new dog. I need to kind of go back over it and see how many different dogs they had, because that's in my head. I've thought about it so many times, but to change discs and doing this and that and the other, writing it all down, I've got to do a proper kind of sit down setup thing.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to go, okay, I want it all in arm's reach rather than, right, I sat down, I've got to stand back up, I've sat down, I've got to stand back up.
Yeah.
And what with only 4 episodes on a disc, you're only watching the first minute or 2, you then got to load through all the menus of it. It's just like, I want to do it where I can literally move my, whatever I play my DVDs on, next to my computer, for example.
Yeah.
Not
Hook it up to the
not hook up to
monitor.
my TV, yeah.
Like, have something there to make notation
Yes.
on. And then just hit play.
Yeah, yeah. I want to know how many dogs they did, and they must have gone to a dog sanctuary or something, or a rehoming centre or something.
Or just Googled pictures of dogs.
No, they were actually real life dogs with them.
Oh!
Yeah, proper dogs interacting.
Oh, I thought we were still talking about South Park for some reason.
We are.
Wait.
They opened every episode of series 1
Yeah.
by going, welcome, this is this episode, this is our favourite episode because, and it was all very, like, over the top, kind of going, they look lovingly in each other's eyes, yet they say they're straight kind of thing. And it's like, it's that kind of tone.
The very in keeping with the tone of South Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's...
I'm not gonna lie, I have not watched a lot of South Park.
No.
It's not my cup of tea.
I watched it on and off, and I was intrigued enough.
Fair enough.
And it's just one of those things No, it's that reminded me of, what's his name? Is he part of the Lonely Islands? Jake Peralta in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I know exactly who you're on about.
Yeah, he's part of, is it Lonely Islands?
Yes.
Yeah, there's this, like, I want to say it's a protest song, and it kind of worked. It was basically saying how everything around him is, it's like, you can be gay, but I'm not gay, but I dress as a, it's like...
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I know the song.
Yeah, and I found out that actually worked well as a kind of not a protest thing, but a peaceful protest kind of thing. It kind of got people to go, hang on a minute, and listen.
Is that the song, It's Not Gay If It's in a Three-Way?
But I'm not gay, I think, is in brackets. It
It has been so long
Yeah.
since I've listened to Lonely Island.
Yeah, I still remember the time that the Googler is Googling, or the babysitter's Googling
Yes,
for us.
the-
That is a weird sentence to say. No,
Which-
I don't. The babysitter is Googling for us.
I mean, it's not that weird.
No, it's just the
I mean, it sounds weird because
Yeah.
we're fully grown adults.
yes. Anyway, but it kind of got.
We have a fully grown Gloop and a fully grown woman. And
I like I'm Gloop. I'm Gloop as a gender.
your gender is Gloop.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed on my Discord, my thing says I use the definitive I am the. I use Biff on that. I am the Biff.
Yes.
That is actually a quote from Doctor Who in the conversation where they talk about trans.
Ah.
Because
Sorry.
Yep.
I think the song is three-way brackets the golden rule.
okay, golden. There we go. I kind of need to go back to that again. Somebody listen to it.
Yeah, I was literally just thinking I want
Yeah.
to put that on now.
Yeah, because in the first episode, it's very much like you refer to the Meep as a he. This is the Rose character.
What's this one? Equal right. I think there might be two songs.
Equal right sounds better.
I think you mixed two songs up.
Oh, I mixed two songs, did I?
No, to be fair, I don't think Biff mixed two songs up. I think Biff started talking about one song, and I got it confused with another song.
Maybe. Yeah, because there's another Lonely Island story I know. Well, it's not about them; it's about the party we went to. But yes, but yeah, in the Doctor Who episode where they're talking to the Meep, the Doctor goes, "Oh, he will do this," and the Rose character basically says, "You say he. How do you know they're not a she or something?" It's like, good point. Well, yeah, what are you? Is kind of it. It's like I used the definitive. I am the Meep, and I was like, yes.
Yeah.
So that's where I took it from.
Mine is an out of context quote from somewhere else.
Yes.
I think it was from Good Mythical Kitchen.
Yes.
Can you remember what it is?
About cucking Jesus.
No.
No, Santa.
I would not
Santa.
cuck Santa.
Yes. The other one is I would not top Jesus.
No, the
I
other
will
one is
totally
I will totally top
top
Jesus.
Damn it.
But that was claimed by Leaf.
Yes.
So I do not have that
I'm
one.
sorry, I keep interrupting, but it sounded so much like you said, I will cook Jesus.
I mean, I will roast him.
Cooking Jesus. Oh dear.
Well, I mean, when someone's doing good on a roast, you do say let him cook, so...
Fair enough. I've not actually watched many roasts, so I don't know
Nor
how
have
they
I,
operate.
but I know about that.
Fair enough. No, I have a question for you.
I
If you
might
were
have
lis-
an answer.
If you were listening to Bohemian Rhapsody,
Yes.
just before the Scaramouche
Oh, you
bit,
do that.
thank God. So you're just about to... You're in that section. Not far off the Galileos.
Yes.
What's the last thing you want to hear?
The sound cut out?
That, and replaced with something.
Oh no.
Lonely Islands is I just had sex.
That is atrocious but hilarious.
We were in the middle of a Christmas party, Wales and I, a few years ago. And that happened. So we were all kind of going, we're about to get to skirmish, kind of rock, like really getting into the mood of it. And yeah, kind of what you're doing. You're doing that, kind of singing along, dancing, kind of being stupid with it. And then suddenly it goes, I just had sex. You're like, what the? No.
Yeah, you probably didn't catch because I was singing under my breath and we're both deaf as fuck.
Yeah.
But I actually did do the transition.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't hear that.
I did the whole Thunderbolts and Lightning, very, very frightening me. I just had sex.
Oh, yeah, we were already kind of, it was already kind of dwindling down at that point, and we were just like, yeah, that's our cue to go.
Yeah, no, at that point you either throw things at the DJ or leave.
Yeah,
It has to be one or the other.
I still remember what I wore for that Christmas party. Because it was actually when the shop was, this shows how long ago it was actually when a computer electronics shop was still going around, Comet.
Oh God, I haven't heard that name in a little while.
And I had one of their plastic bags. So I stuck it to my jumper and I was Comet the reindeer.
I love low effort, intelligent cosplay like that.
Yeah, it's so great. Fun. I like that whole idea of things. It's like another one I went to. I can't remember the era. I think 80s, but it was the time where they wore a lot of bell-bottom jeans.
Yes.
So I just printed out a bunch of bells and stuck them on the bottom of my trousers.
Nice. My
Nobody
favorite
got it, which really annoyed me.
My favorite example of this I have ever seen was the theme was "Come as a Song." And a woman had a name badge that said Eileen and was covered in what I'm hoping was moisturizer.
Oh, come on, Eileen. And the disapproval. We got somebody in fits and somebody going, oh no.
Yeah, and it's the exact way around I would have thought it would happen. Because it's a puerile pun. So the person that hates puns...
Well, I don't think they hate puns. I think the fact that we overuse them.
Yes, that's probably more accurate. the person that hates being exposed to puns as much as we make them.
Yes, yes.
Responded with disdain. And the person with a very puerile sense of humour and no particular objection to the volume of puns we use was giggling like an idiot.
That is a very, I would say succinct, no, coherent. Yeah, it was, yes. Well delivered.
Precise.
Yes. Unlike the words I tried to make there.
Well, to be fair, succinct was correct.
Succinct kind of means short and brief to me. You said it succinctly.
Yeah, but I used as few words as I could. Like,
try.
Unfortunately, it was a lot of concept, so it needed a fair few words.
That's true, that's true.
Well, that's it, folks. The Maniacs have been put back in their cell for another fortnight when we release the next episode. Episodes will also be put on YouTube a week after release on Spotify, just in case you want a repeat of this madness, for whatever reason. We also have other projects in the works too, so keep an eye out for those, and I'll let you know. Also, thank you to Wintergatan for giving us rights to use their song. You can find the links to those as well as our email in the description. And, hey, thank you to you for indulging these lunatics. We really do appreciate it.